This is Manar Mosque, the Muslim Cultural Heritage Centre, where the Mayor of London Sadiq Khan is meeting today with mosques and organisations, leaders, to offer reassurance following the recent violence and disorder across the country.
The reason why we're here, frankly speaking, is that 3 children, 3 girls, were murdered in Southport, and we have in our thoughts and prayers the 3 children and their grieving families. Additionally, 10 other people were injured, 8 of them children, 2 adults, many of them very seriously. Unfortunately, some mischief makers use this tragedy to spread hatred across our country. And we know Muslims have been targeted. We know people of colour have been targeted. We know, unfortunately, a hostel house and asylum seekers was set on fire. We know police officers have been assaulted across the country, police vehicle set on fire. We know attempts have been made to harm mosques, and I was keen to bring us together with the support of the police, Home Office, and our elders and wise brothers and sisters to make it quite clear, and I speak as the Mayor of London, there is no room in our city for racism, for Islamophobia, for anti-Semitism, and for any forms of hatred. And I think what's important, though, is we recognise the responsibility we have to make sure our places of worship and our communities are as safe and as secure as they can be. And that's why this practical meeting's been organised at such short notice, because you've told me members of your congregation are scared to come to congregational prayers. You've told me many parents are bringing their children to the masjid because they're worried about their safety. I've been told that some families who go to Islamic ethos schools are worried about the term starting again in September and what additional security you can provide your children and their parents. And so what I want to do is provide practical support and assistance. Dr. Debbie Wicks-Bernard, my Deputy Mayor, is here as well. She's been providing good support to you over the course of the last few years with me. So look, Shoghat Bhai, thank you for your introduction. I'm really keen to bring in Debbie and Elizabeth to talk through some of the practical assistance our colleagues in the police service and Home Office can give, and then we'll have a question and answers and discussion, if that's okay.
It makes me feel very sad that you don't feel safe all of the time, and so I hope one of the things that you'll leave this meeting with today is that increased feeling of safety for yourself and your families.
The far-right riots has not been welcomed in London and across the country. The solidarity messages we've been receiving. We had also an event on Friday when Chief Rabbi Office representative was present, as well as rabbis, priests and other faith leaders and community leaders. And the community has come really united against the riots. The second thing is the police and the government have been very effective in giving assurance to the community and also dealing with the outlaws effectively. That has given a huge confidence to the community to put trust in the police to act and defend the properties and the lives of our community in general and of our citizens.
Good. So how important for the meeting to be held today with the Mayor of London, the Met Police representative and the Home Office representative?
It's very significant in terms of value. The meeting, having it here at Manar Mosque and Centre in West London with the mosque leaders from across the city, it's very important, it's very significant. It has given even added assurance to the mosque leaders. It's also given them ideas and guidance on how to access any kind of support the government locally and nationally can provide to protect mosques and properties and Muslims in general. So it's been really very significant and very useful to us all.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Shoghat Bhai. I'm the Chief Executive of Faith Associates and also the Director of mosquesecurity.com, the organisation that basically hosted this meeting with the Mayor of London. Since the Southport riot, I personally have received comments from many sisters and many masajid that had to stop their female circles, had to stop their women's program. I myself, my organization is running a program for sisters in sport. They had to cancel those programs. I am a beneficiary of a project with the Football Association to help Muslim girls get involved in football. We had to stop that program because of the fear element. So this is clear, this is real, the fear is there, Muslim sisters feel vulnerable. How are the authorities going to work to remove that fear? Big question. The meeting today actually was incredibly useful, very powerful. We had Muslims from around London and south of England come today, leaders. Primarily this was a meeting for leaders of mosques from around London, and the room, as you saw, was full. It was standing room only, and the diversity of the Muslim opinion was in this room today, and the mayor's team actually acknowledged that they had the diversity of Muslims in London represented today. I think there's three key issues that were discussed today. One is trust. The Muslim community felt that the trust between them and the government, and them and the police, and them and the local authorities needs to improve. Number two, Muslims are feeling very scared and intimidated, and they need to work together with the local authorities and the police to reduce the fear. Thirdly, they need help to protect these wonderful assets. The mosques are the real institutions of the Muslim community. They've taken 50, 60 years to develop them, and the far right or the fascists want to destroy them. How do we protect them? These were the three key areas that the community was talking about. There was three key areas. One is that the Muslim community quite clearly and openly said that the government needs to start using the definition or prescribing the definition of Islamophobia. Recognize that term and put the codes around it to basically arrest people for Islamophobia, number one. The community was very strong on that. Secondly, it was the issue around protecting their facilities. The government has come out with a new scheme, or the scheme that the Tories had before. They've redeployed it. There is £30 million available to draw down on to have quick security outside of the mosque. But the Muslim community needs to think about the medium and long term. Who's going to fund this? How is it going to be implemented? Who are the security guards? The Muslim community wants to be involved in this. They want their own people to be guarding their facilities, whether the government trains them or other people train them. Absolutely clear that the community wants to be involved. Thirdly, I think the issue regarding the relationships with the police. To build that trust and coalition that if the fascists or the far right want to come and damage their facility or the Muslim schools or the madrasas, or there is intelligence out there to say Muslims are in threat, that there is a conduit to have that communication. That was very clear today.
Muslim leaders were very vocal and engaging in terms of how best government appreciated the effort of the work that they have carried out in terms of bringing and controlling the riots, and especially there were quite a lot of carnage were planned, and these were dedicated or made some sort of effort to stop it, and we welcome those, and the Muslim leaders especially thank the police for taking up an important role in controlling and engaging with the community in stopping it. And we too, as a Council of Sri Lankan Muslim Organization, thanks the government and the authorities for that.
As Islam says in the Surah An-Nahl, you saw you're the bee. The bee goes to all the flowers with their sour and we are the sweet, and keep it in her belly and make it sweet as honey. And there is shifa linnas. So that's why one's behavior should be like a sweet and honey, so that people not feel it. My feelings are those. If I injure someone feeling, it means that I'm feeling not him but my own feeling are injured. So that's why my message should be that the people should unite together and also keep the other feelings intact, not injure them.